Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hey, we're doing a Sims video again. It's been a really, really long time. I think it's been almost a year. So basically for this build, we're going to be doing another fixer-upper. If you've seen any of my other videos, this is something I've done before. And this house here is one that was already built in the game, and I'm just keeping the same structures, and I'm just going to kind of renovate the house the best that I can. This house in particular is located in the world that comes with the Pets expansion, I believe. Again, I haven't played Sims in a really long time, so I'm a little bit rusty and kind of slow with this build, which is kind of to be expected. Pretty indecisive of how I wanted to do things, so we just did the best we could. I start off in the kitchen with a kind of light theme, but you'll see I kind of darken it up. Because I wasn't really liking how the white was looking. Um, and so I'll change a lot of things in this build. Um, Basically, I kind of want to start getting back into these videos or any other videos that you guys might want to see. Let me know in the comments if there's anything specific that you want to see. Lately, I've been playing a lot of League of Legends, and I'll probably start playing some League of Legends on my Twitch channel, which I will have in the description if you want to check that out if you're interested. But back into The Sims. So we're in the kitchen right now, and I kind of go with this red theme as I like to do a lot in my kitchens. And as I was kind of editing this video, I was looking at some of my older builds and noticed that the other fixer-upper I did, I made the kitchen pretty similar without realizing. So when I do some future builds, I'm gonna have to try to be more creative and not do the same stuff for you guys. So yeah, as you can see, I've darkened it up now, and I think it just looks so much better. There was just something about the white, and I think it's because I like to do light walls that it was just too white. Um, and it just didn't look good, I don't think. So yeah, if you have any other games that you want to see on my channel, let me know. If you want to keep seeing The Sims and these voiceovers, let me know. And I'll be happy to do that. I'm pretty open. I like doing new things and I like having suggestions to kind of make it easier for me to decide because I'm very indecisive. So as you can see here, we're kind of adding some pet stuff as well. For this family, I didn't have one already made or in mind, but basically I just assumed that they would have at least a couple pets, maybe a dog, a cat, and that they would probably have kids as well. I make these assumptions because it'd be easier to fill this huge house if they had a big family. Because sometimes with these huge spaces, you don't really know what to do with. And I kind of struggle here with this not dining room, but kind of a dining room because I made this just like their kitchen eating area, but they also have a huge dining room, which you'll see. And I think I do that next after the kitchen, but you'll see I changed this around quite a bit. And I do keep this red theme throughout this whole area and even in the dining room and kind of on this outside patio just beyond this door. And sometimes I'll switch from inside to outside just because I get bored of doing the inside. I do use the move objects sheet if you've never seen my videos and you're wondering how I move certain objects in some places. Um, and I also use the function that's built into the Sims. So you'll see me size up or size down some objects. And that's just a part of the base game if you didn't know. Also, just to note, as far as expansion packs, I have the City Living and I have the Pets expansion pack. So those are the only two expansion packs that I own. I don't even think, I think out of those two, I probably use City Living the most. Obviously, besides the few pet items that you're going to see. Um, I don't I know that there's tons more expansion packs and stuff packs, but I just cannot own those all. It's impossible. So I do use a lot of base game stuff, if you're wondering. Oh, these curtains are driving me crazy. I wish I owned an expansion pack just for curtains because I hate the base game curtains, and I feel like while the Pets one does offer and the City Living does offer some more options, um, again, they don't have a ton of options, so it would be nice just to have the expansion packs for these stupid curtains because I think they always look bad, the curtains I do. I don't know. I really never know what to do with curtains, but I do feel like it finishes the room, so I always want to kind of add them. And you'll see I kind of try to add in a lot of clutter to this space because I want to make it look realistic and I don't want it to be too open, especially in areas that are so big. So you'll see I kind of move on to the outside, and here is an example of. Oh wait, no, that's not the move object sheet. I was gonna say I was using the move objects sheet to put that little spoon thing on the um, barbecue, but I believe that's base game, just using 9 and 0 to move the object up or down. And what's really weird about this build, I purchased it furnished so that I could kind of show you guys what it looked like before I changed it. And for some reason, this pool had no ladders. It's like when you would put a pool into the game just to kill your sim, and you take away the ladders. I don't think that's possible anymore because I think the sims can just climb out on the side now. But I actually don't know off the top of my head because it's been way too long since I've played, and it's been a long time since I've tried to kill my sims in a swimming pool. That was when I was much younger. And you'll see this kind of weird green area room. I basically just keep that the same. The only thing I changed there is the paint because I had no idea what the purpose of that room was, and I figured it was just for the plants. So we just left the plants. And I decide not to change any of the exterior. I was thinking about just giving it like a paint job. So keeping the same paneling, just changing the paint. But I decided against that. I just kind of wanted to keep it more in its original state. So I and there's so many patios in this house. I don't get it. So there's one off the dining room, there's one off the back of the kitchen, there's one off the side of the kitchen, and there's one off the back of like the living room, family room, whatever you want to call it. So I just kind of tried to fill them up best I could. I left two of them empty, and then the one by the kitchen, I obviously gave put the barbecue and stuff there, and then one off the living room or the dining room, I put a little seating area. So as you can see, and I mentioned before, I carry the red theme to the dining room. It ended up being a little bit more modern than I had originally intended this living room, because I kind of wanted to keep the natural, more traditional look while also incorporating modern into like because the original house was pretty traditional, but I kind of failed with that, especially in the dining room here. But I was really struggling with choosing the table in here, and the only one I ended up liking looked pretty modern. And again, I'm just kind of filling up the room with some decorations. I think a lot of the time people struggle with this. When they have such a big room, people tend to just leave it empty and it kind of looks weird. But so if you're looking for building tips, my biggest tip I can give is to try to fill the room to make it look more realistic and make it look more cozy and just lived in, I guess, would be the best term. And here I go again with the curtains that I hate. And I thought that frame was really nice. I sized it up, and even though it technically you would think it doesn't go with the red theme because it's blue, that slight bit of red in the top left corner I thought made it perfect for this room, and the blue was kind of just a nice offset, I thought. So here I'm kind of just adding some touches to the front hallway, just something that I would imagine people would come in and throw their keys on. I think I put some letters or something on it just to make it look like it's definitely the table where you come in, you throw your mail on. And I would have loved to have a mirror above it because I find that just makes hallways look so much bigger. But the mirrors in this game really bother me. You can't size them up because when you size them up, they get a little bit distorted and the reflection isn't. I don't know how to explain it. I think I might have tried to size one up earlier and you could kind of see the reflection doesn't stay with the sized up image. It's kind of weird. It keeps its original size. So it's a little bit buggy and they haven't fixed that yet. I don't think they ever will because it's been like that since basically the game came out. Um, so maybe in the next Sims, if they ever make one, it will be fixed. And here I kind of was tired of the red theme, so I just made sure to, in the bathroom, not to keep that theme. And this is a pretty small bathroom. So just a toilet, sink, just the essentials for any guests that would use the first floor. You don't really need a shower on the first floor. Next, I move on to the living area. And again, I wanted to keep kind of the original stuff. So I changed out the chessboard for a new one and I wanted to keep it in the same spot that they had it kind of before. And you're going to see that I keep the piano as well. I think I might move the piano back a little bit, but I do keep it in the same general area. And I kind of, I do replace the couches. Um, and I keep technically those chairs that you see, the tall ones in the corner, but I move them to a different area of the room to fit a little bit better. And technically, I do use the same TV that they already had, but I move it to above the fireplace. This room I struggled a little bit with because I didn't want it to be too modern, since I did make the dining room a bit more modern. So I kept the old fireplace because that would make more sense. I gave it a new finish, and I do change, like I said, the main couches. But I originally, you'll see I put in these ones, but I don't keep them because I feel they look. I don't know if sometimes these couches can look too modern, but sometimes they can look really old-fashioned, if that makes sense at all. It just kind of depends what color scheme they're in, I feel like, and how they're arranged. And I really struggle with this carpet. I don't know why. When I was building this, I was just very indecisive this time. And I actually haven't built the upstairs for this yet. So this is kind of part one that you're seeing, and there's going to be a part two. Hopefully it won't take me too long. I've had a lot of schoolwork lately, but hopefully it will come to you guys soon within the next couple days. Um, and if you have ideas for the upstairs, let me know since I haven't started it yet, and I'll read your comments. Um, just let me know if you want to see something specific upstairs. Um, Obviously, I have to do bedrooms, but if there's maybe like a game room you want to see, or you want a certain theme for one of the kids' rooms, just let me know and I can do that. So I decided to go with a blue theme, but I couldn't really find blue items that really matched. You'll see that the carpet's kind of more royal blue while the chairs are a little bit more purpley blue. But I do keep it this way because I don't know. I think I was getting tired at this point and I wasn't being as picky as I normally would be. I just want to say thank you for watching. I have some screenshots at the end for you guys, and please leave a like or a comment. I'd really appreciate it. See ya.